Indonesian MMA fighter Jeka Saragih will soon make history. Jeka will be the first Indonesian to debut in the UFC. The young man from Simalungun is scheduled to play for the first time on November 18, 2023 in Las Vegas. Jeka's debut at the UFC event can be watched by MMA fans in Indonesia for free. Mola, who holds the UFC broadcasting rights in Indonesia, ensures that Jeka Saragih's fight can be watched without needing a subscription. As is known, when Jeka Saragih paved his way into the UFC through Road to UFC, all his fights could be watched for free by the public at Mola. You're welcome, like Road to UFC. He will fight on fight night. Every fight night we usually show it for free, we don't include paid shows, said Mola boss Mirwan Soewarso. In fact, Mola hopes that Jeka Saragih's UFC fight can be shared on local television so that more people can watch it. Our hope is that every time an Indonesian fighter fights, we want to show it on our partner's national television. So that it will be even more popular, continued Mirwan. Unfortunately, it is quite difficult for Mola to share UFC broadcasts on local television. The reason is that UFC can only be broadcast after 22:00 WIB because government regulations consider it a violent show. Yesterday, when UFC 294 happened to be broadcast in Abu Dhabi at night, we were allowed to broadcast it on local TV. Our problem is that the government still considers MMA violent, so it cannot be broadcast below 10 p.m. Even though this is a sport, added Mirwan. Jeka Saragih himself is still waiting for his opponent for his UFC debut on November 18. Two opponents who had been given by the UFC suddenly withdrew for various reasons. Jeka Saragih's UFC debut was supposed to be against Jesse Butler. However, due to an injury, Butler was forced to withdraw and did not play against Jeka next month. The UFC then appointed Charlie Campbell as Jeka's new opponent for the fight in Las Vegas. However, Campbell also failed to be Jeka's opponent. The problem was that Campbell failed to reach the specified weight. Jeka's replacement opponent until Wednesday, the 1st of November 2023 is still unknown.